Hey YouTube, it's Alex. Welcome to part 2 of my best ever STP Packer video. So in part 1, we discussed the parts that you will need, as well as cutting the medicine spoon and dropper. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find part 1. So right now, you should have your packer, your soft packer, your medicine spoon that is cut, your cut eyedropper, your latex that is 5 inches long, 1/4 inch diameter, your coat hanger, your lighter, your super glue, your paper towel if you want it, your lube. You should have all this crap that was in video 1. You should have everything in front of you, plus your polyethylene tubing. Forgot that one. Okay, so the best place to start off is putting your hole in your packer. It takes a little bit more skill. If you think you want to do it later, you can do it later, whatever. Now I chose the bottom of a wire coat hanger because if you use a screwdriver, unless it's about the width of the coat hanger, you're going to have a bigger hole, and that's going to affect the stream whenever you're going to the bathroom. And I find that using the smaller hole gives you enough power in your peeing so that you can hit the back of the urinal, not make awkward sounds, stand away from the urinal, pee off a cliff, whatever you want to do. So what you basically want to do is you want to hold your packer in your non-dominant hand. You actually want to set it aside for now. So you want to set it down. And so that was me and my boxers. I forgot about that. So you want to set it down, and you want to get it to where you can grab it quickly with your non-dominant hand and be ready to poke. But you take your either really small screwdriver or wire coat hanger, and you catch it, with a lighter. You heat it up. You want to get it really, really hot. Don't let it burn your hand, obviously. So after you heat it up, you want to stick the hot end, to be clear, through the packer, okay? And you want it to go from the front to the back, because you can mess up the back. You don't want to mess up the front. You don't want to go through the head of your penis whenever you're coming out. That would hurt, right? No damage to the head of the penis. So you want to go straight through, as straight as you can. Now with my Packer STP, it doesn't matter if you're a little off. I mean, I have a couple holes in mine. I don't know if you can see this, but if we open it up, you can see where it splits off in 2 different directions in there. And you don't want to have that, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. So you want to melt that through, and it'll go through like a hot knife through butter. It'll be real easy as long as your coat hanger is nice and hot. And then you immediately want to get cold water through the inside of your packer. It will be hot. Your coat hanger will still be hot. Get cold water through it, or else this will just go back together. And that's not fun to have to re-poke it again, because then you're nervous and you're like, okay, and then you mess it up, right? So if you have an old packer, you can practice first. That'd be nice. So you want to get your hole nice, straight through, straight as you can. You want to get it to come out right at the top of that little mark right there, because that's right in the middle, at the furthest point. So there's that part. You've already cut your medicine spoon, and so what you do is you take your latex, your polyethylene tubing, your medicine spoon, and your lube. As far as the paper towel goes, you'll need that to wipe your hands off, but also whenever you melt the packer, you might have some of the melted stuff spew out. Not really spew, but ooze. And so you might want to cover your hand with that before you stick it. But so you're going to take your polyethylene tubing and you're going to stick it through your medicine spoon, your angled medicine spoon. You want to cut an angle in that too, less than your medicine spoon, about equal to whatever. Cut an angle in it, right? And then you're going to put lots of lube on these plastic pieces, and on the inside of the latex. You don't want to get on the outside, because then you'll have no grip. You'll have to wipe your hand off and wipe it off with a shirt, or towel maybe. I used a shirt because it was what was closest. And you're going to have to work it up over the polyethylene and up over this. By the time you get it up here, as long as you don't have extra lube under there, it will stay. Your lube will dry and it will stay. Don't worry. You can super glue it if you want to be for sure, but it'll be fine. So you're going to want to get it up over there, right up next to that tab that I talked about earlier that you want to leave there, like I did not. And that's that. You know, that is going to take probably the longest. Next, you want to, you have these two angled. Whenever you do this part, you want to make sure you're correct. You want this going down and you want this going down. So, there's that. Now you're going to stick this in to about the 1 milliliter mark. As you can see there, it's loading. Stick it in there. Let me see how much I have pointing out of it. I've lost my ruler. There it is. I still have about 1 1/4 inch, no, about 3/4 of an inch sticking out of this. So, there's that. Then you basically want to put tons of super glue on the latex, tons of it under here. Pop that on, let it dry. It'll take a while. Now I did cut my angle to where this gets to be on the bottom, because then from the front you can't see it. And there's that 1 milliliter mark right there. You can see it. It's actually around the 1/4 teaspoon mark. See that? So, then you're going to let it dry. Like I said, you're going to want your angles to be the same. That one and that one. So what's happening is it's starting big, it's going smaller, and it's going smaller. If you do this the opposite way, like that, then it's going to drip out. You're not going to get any force behind it. It's going to, it's going to go down instead of out. Same with this. It's going to go, if you have it like this, it's going to hit that and then just come back and leak out. You don't want that. You don't want pee going down your pants. So then you have this. And you're going to let it dry, and that's that. Now, if you want to use this as just some sort of flexible STP, go right ahead. I did it the other day. Stuck it in my pocket, pulled it out, used it as an STP. I like it in the Packer a lot better. So, and then for your Packer, you're pretty much going to just stick it right in there. Pull this open. As painful as it looks, thankfully, this has no feeling. So, just stick it straight through, boom, and out the other end. That is the top. You don't want to go out the top. You want to go out the other end where the hole is. Okay, and just about got it. Nope. I'm still stuck in a layer. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay, so you get it through nice and clean. Don't poke new holes in your Packer. If it some reason breaks, you don't want pee going out the top or the bottom. And so as you notice, he's a little squished right now. You basically just want to pull this over as far as you want. Don't completely cover it your first couple times. Leave that out a little bit. It may look a little awkward to you, but let's face it, 1, nobody's looking at it anyways, and 2, if they do, they're going to glance really fast. So you want to make sure that this comes out like this, to where this is up. You want to make sure that this, is slanted like that. Same with this, slanted like that. Go in there, line this up. If you know how to use a medicine spoon STP, you're good. You're golden. If you want to try it with the other type of ends they have, you can. Don't ask me for advice. If you want detailed instructions on how to use the medicine spoon end, I can send them to you in a message. So after a while, you'll have this, and you can eventually get it, which is what I do, and I actually do this after the first day, because I figured it would work. Excuse me. You want to cover the end so you don't have any of it sticking out. There's your Packer STP. The good thing is that while you're peeing, if you want to maybe pull on this a little bit, you'll make that hole even smaller and it'll come out even faster. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video, but before I got in the shower today, I decided to try it out and see how far I could aim. And about 3 foot from the drain, 2.5 foot, 3 foot from the drain, I could hit the drain. So that's how far out it'll go. If you just trust it, you got to figure out how much pressure you can put behind it, but it can go a long way. So there's that. If you have questions or comments, post them. I will answer them. I can give you more detailed directions on how to do that. As far as the harness goes, I'll just cover that real fast because I've run out of time. I normally use compression shorts because they have a pocket in the front. You can watch my other video. I'm not going to go into it. Now you can also make your own if you want to be a little cheaper. This was $1.50 at Walmart. It's 3/4 inch elastic band. Basically wrap it around your waist pretty tight. Not to where it's suffocating you, but a nice fit, kind of like how underwear would fit. And then you want to go past it 2 inches. Okay? And that's where you want to cut it. Okay? and then you want to overlap it an inch. So I guess if you want to overlap it an inch and cut it, then that's where you sew it. And basically, you just sew. And I'm no sewing genius. There's that. That's how it looks. It doesn't look great, but you know, from a distance, that looks like the back of underwear with the tag. So nobody's going to question it. I don't know why that's so out of focus now. So there's that. There we go. As far as the front goes, you want to make this little circular hole that your packer's going to sit in. You're basically going to stick them through here, and your balls are going to be back here, right? And that, I just kind of looped it back on itself and sewed it like that. That's the front. That's the back. You know, nice little angles. You can figure out how you want it. Don't make this too big. I did. Your packer will fall out if you're not careful. So then all you do is you have this, you stick it through the front. This is around your waist. Let's just do this. This is around your waist. You're going to stick him through, and it just hangs there. Now, as you notice, he almost fell out. So if you make it smaller, you don't have that problem. You don't have to worry about squeezing the latex. It's strong enough, you know, to where the elastic will stretch around it. So there's that. You can leave the medicine spoon behind it. That's how you're going to have to use it to go to the bathroom. If you find that he tends to tip backwards, you just tuck this up under here, and voila, it balances it out. But whenever you pee, you're going to want to put this back through here. So there's no bending, no urine going upwards and coming back down the wrong way. So there's that. I hope that it works for you. Definitely try it. Let me know if you got it to work. It works great for me, though. You can get force behind it. It sounds more natural, you know, going into the toilet bowl, or you hit the back of the urinal, sort of it dripping down into the bottom. And you can get a lot of force behind it. So try it, practice it, let me know, you know, what you think. Recommend the video, have people subscribe to me. I only have 40 subscribers, and that's sad. So there's that video. That's about it. I hope I covered everything. If I left out a step or something and you're confused, like I said, message me. I'm out of time, and I talk too much anyway, so I'm gonna go. Also, I gotta watch SVU with my woman, because that's what we do finals week, is we watch tons of SVU. It's our last night at school, so we're watching some SVU. So yeah, again, questions, comments, post them. I tried to include everything and measurements. I will put it on my blog with precise and pictures and all that stuff. Possibly it may be a while, though, because we're moving back tomorrow. Then I've got a lot to do. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and hope you watch both of them, and hope you have yourself a new STP Packer that works great. So, yeah, good luck.